Hello, my name is Omar Abasad. It is June 3rd, 2019 at 2:25 p.m. in Toronto. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the what seemed to be a global phenomena of degrading women, making women objects, um, dehumanizing them, treating them as second-class citizens or not a citizen at all, like not a human being. There seemed to be an ongoing trend in uh, in our culture to um, to use women as things, to cannibalize them, to traffic them, to make money out of them. Um, it would seem to me that the opposite should be true. The opposite should be done because, after all, um, women are the ones who have the children, are the ones who have an emotional connection to the kids, stronger than the husband, stronger than the father, only because the child is conceived inside of the woman's body. And as nature intended, there is a strong maternal bond to the child. And that emotional bond strengthens the child, gives the child a sense of connection, um, not only to the mother, but through the mother to the family, through the family to everything else. And I'm speaking um, to this topic, on this topic, based on my personal experience. Um, my mother, of course, was not perfect, and I'm not idealizing the way I was brought up. There was a lot of things that went on that was not that. I mean, let's just say that my world was not perfect, far from it. But I'm going to be 60 in a year. And when I look back after 60 years and being away from the country that I experienced this in, all I can bring out of it, all I could think about when I go back to my younger years is the fact that I was loved. Just if someone, if my therapist were to ask me what is it that I would remember most about my childhood, I would say that I would remember being protected and loved. Um, and that love came through both parents, but I mean, the maternal bond is naturally very strong. I had a strong bond with my dad as well, my father. Um, but the maternal bond is something that is you know that goes so deep inside of you because of the way nature and the way nature um, made it happen. Meaning, when you're growing inside somebody's body, you will have more of a deeper bond um, you know, than if you're not. But anyway, without going on and on, um, that emotional bond comes through a woman most of the time. In my case, it also came from my father, but most of the time it comes from the mother. And this is the basis of making us um, stable, emotionally stable, um, emotionally strong people, whether we're boys or girls. Inside there is a resiliency that is built up when a child is supported and loved from years 0 to 7. And of course, it strengthens when it continues. Um, but that comes from the mother. It comes from the mother, and it's the basis of our society. It's what society is based on. It's integral. It's like breathing. It's like needing air to live. You need a mother's love and a parent, and you need parents' love to live. And by living, I mean living constructively. And yet we live in a society where women are denigrated, degraded, sold like things, dehumanized, trafficked more and more in the world that we live in right now. It would seem that just the opposite should be happening. So I talked about the yin and the yang in one of my tweets, and balance. So we all have yin and yang inside of us. We have male, female tendencies in all of us. Um, and in nature, there's positive and negative forces. Right now, obviously, the destructive force is in power. And this is the reason why we have so much war, so much human displacement, refugees, so much negative occurrences throughout the world globally. Environment, degraded environment, degraded families. Families are falling apart all over the world. Um, it's because emotionally, the male and female instincts in us are out of balance as a whole, as a human group, globally. It's out of balance. In every community, in every country in which a woman is valued as equally as a man, countries prosper. If you look at some of the Scandinavian countries, where women and the family are valued and supported by the governments, there is less crime, there are less broken homes, there is less juvenile activity, and it just creates a safer environment overall. So what is wrong? What has gone wrong with our societies, not only in our North American society, but in other countries as well? Something happened to make that change. Technology, probably one of the reasons. Um, there seemed to be an agenda that's being awash right across our medias, different medias, internet, TV, video games, movies. It's awash in violence, degradation, dehumanization, desensitization, taking out the emotions out of situations. It's all about kill, 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 rape, rape, rape. Control, all about money. Um, and this should not be. And this is, in my opinion, it's because the male and female tendencies in all of us are out of balance. The idea of having a macho male um, is skewing the balance. There should not be anything such as a macho male that we glorify in our culture, because a macho male is supposed to beat up the woman and take her into a cave. Um, in my opinion, we were supposed to be civilized. We would have, as a human race, we evolved. And women fought very hard to to get out of that pattern of thinking, and we came a long way. And in my opinion, we are going back instead of going forward. Our gains are being taken away. So we should be fighting as women. We should be fighting very hard to keep what we have and to keep fighting the um, the uh, the attitude that not only men have against women, but women have them too, because women are being brainwashed by the men or being controlled into having to think a certain way for survival. Because if they don't do and say certain things, they will not survive because the society is structured that way. So, women should be celebrated. Things like taboo subjects that's associated with women, all the physiological aspects of being a woman. These things should be celebrated and talked about openly. The only way to get any real results is to bring it up, talk about it, discuss it, and take action. Because when things are kept in the dark and kept taboo, this is where and why people are taken advantage of, because they're not supposed to talk about it. They're not supposed to expose it. It's taboo. You're going to be ostracized. Should not be. Female castration, female masturbation, our monthly cycles, our bodies itself. Can't say the word vagina. It's taboo. Why is that? A vagina, a penis. What's the difference? They're both genitalia in the human race. Why is it any different than when it's in a female form as opposed to a male form? Cultural differences. Now, there's been civilizations in the past where women were dominant in the culture, matriarchal societies. That's nothing new. So, right now, I'm not saying that one should be dominant over the other. I think it should be equal. But the idea that women are inferior is an archaic idea that shouldn't be so pervasive in our society. And it takes both sexes to promote that idea, men and women. Talk to you another time.